Hey everybody, how's it going? I haven't done one of these in a while. Well, I've done a fragrance video for you. I haven't been doing much lately. I just haven't really been getting excited by stuff lately, and it's expensive, you know? So my other hobbies have been taking precedent. But I do have something today that I wanted to share with you, and I could be wrong, but I don't think there's a single review for this cologne on the internet. So that makes me kind of excited to share it with you. I used to try to do that in the beginning of my channel. I would try to find stuff that like nobody has reviewed and talk about it. But I didn't do that just because of that. I really like this. So this is Seville by Barrister and Mann. Let me give you some backstory real quick because I don't know who's going to find this video or who the algorithm's going to decide to show it to, if anybody. Because Barrister and Mann is a shaving soap company for wet shaving, you know, like shaving with a safety razor or a single razor blade, you know, whipping the soap up with a brush, and that kind of thing. So I don't know if like people from that community will come here, or if you are from the fragrance community and you're like, I don't want to, I'm not into the shaving stuff. They make cologne too. So there's a little bit for everybody. Now, Barrister and Man is big in the artisanal shaving hobby community, if you will. They're not like a massive company. As a matter of fact, I think it's one guy or it's a very small company, but they're very popular, is what I should say. And I have a couple Barrister and Man shaving soaps. They're very good. They're very like artisanal style soaps, kind of the equivalent of like a niche cologne. So I really enjoy them. And this is Seville. And Seville is probably the most famous cologne or soap from this company. And so I got this for Christmas actually last year, and I got Seville. I thought, okay, great. This is like the most popular one. I want to smell what it's all about. And I smelled it and I thought, that's it, huh? That's what everybody's been talking about. I'm not really that impressed because it smelled like citrus. Kind of reminded me a little bit of like 4711 cologne. Just a nice citrusy green sort of thing. Nothing too crazy. But it's good stuff. The more I smelled it, the more I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get why people like this. And really, it's like the dry down that is really special about this fragrance, especially after you've whipped it up in a bowl and then you clean your brush and it still the smell lingers. It's really nice. It's this citrusy, refreshing sort of aftershave smell that it's got lavender and rosemary very prominent. Lots of kind of an nondescript citrus smell, very common with barbershops. The dry down just smells like it's got a nice musk in it and some woods, and I don't know how to describe it. It's just a very smooth, refreshing, clean aftershave shaving soap style smell. So they make cologne. I was very happy to see that. And this is a 30 milliliter bottle, and I have to say, first off, I'm impressed by this bottle. It doesn't look like much, but the cap and the sprayer are plastic, but it's a nice like matte finish sort of feel. And the sprayer, which I will spray on my arm just for the hell of it, it's a good sprayer. I'm surprised, I should say. It's not like the best I've ever used, but I was like, here's Maggard Razors, in-house brand of Maggard, which is London Barbershop, a great scent, and a totally serviceable bottle and sprayer, but not on the quality of this. This is really good stuff. So, how does this compare to the shaving soap? Well, the opening is a little bit different, and when I first sprayed this, I was just slightly worried because sometimes with these kind of things, the scents can differ a little. Like if you get a bar soap, a shaving soap, a cologne, the scent's a little bit different. So the opening of this on the spray cologne is much more citrus-like. The box, actually, here's the box it comes in. Wasn't expecting that. A nice little box. It looks like a deck of cards. It says bergamot, lemon, rosemary, lavender, oak moss, and patchouli. Simple, and that's really all I'm getting, with the exception of like a galaxolide style base. But when I first sprayed this, I thought, okay, I'm getting a lot of lemon. Almost smells like lemon lime candy or 7-Up or Sprite or something like that. Kind of effervescent and fizzy, and it kind of just smells like a lemon Skittle. Almost candy-like, and I'm like, oh no. But that dries down really quickly, like within a minute or two, and it really smells pretty much the same as the soap, so I'm pretty pleased. Same deal happened with this London Barbershop, where it smelled exactly like the soap. I'm just so happy now that I have this companion piece. And it's even starting to change a little right now. it's such a nice, pleasant citrus opening. And if you watch my videos, you know I don't like citrus scents. There's nothing aquatic or summer-esque about this. It maybe is better for spring. It's got that lighter feel to it, but I really think this would be great anytime. This cologne is not, and soap, because they're pretty much the same, it's not mind-blowing. It smells like maybe things you've smelled before. Like I said, the beginning opening of this kind of reminds me slightly of 4711, but it's just so well blended and smooth and nice. It is a little dated smelling, like slightly dated smelling. You know, it smells like a nice men's aftershave to me, you know, or a shaving soap. The soapiness of this, like I said, is more of a shaving soap vibe, kind of creamy smelling. And it's just got such a nice sort of dry down. I can't place what it is. Oak moss, patchouli maybe a little, but it's like an oak mossy, warm, woody, sort of slightly musky smell. And the citrus and that shaving soap vibe is always slightly there. So it just smells so well put together and clean and refreshing. This scent is perfect for anything, any season, any occasion. No one will be offended by this. It is a great scent. And as much as I like London Barbershop, which smells like a souped up, better version of Dove White, this smells closer to like, well, first off, again, obviously this, but this, if I could compare this to a soap, Dove White, more like ivory soap, that kind of ginger citrus vibe, but so much smoother and more refined and gentlemanlike. It's just very, very pleasant. Almost a touch powdery in the dry down, but like very slight and a good kind of powdery, not that baby powder kind of type. I brought out Paco Rabanne Pour Homme because between these three, this isn't really a good comparison because none of you probably know what this is, but if you know Dove White soap, then you pretty much know it. But a lot of you probably know Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. They're similar. They're not like smell-alikes, like this isn't a clone or a take on this, but they're in a similar vibe where they're clean, aftershave, like citrusy. Like this more leans more fougere, this leans more barbershop. Yeah, like this is even this is harder to wear than this actually. I actually prefer this over Paco Rabanne Pour Homme because this has some, like, there's synthetic elements to this, of course, but there's more synthetic elements to this, more of a slightly harsher, kind of harder to wear, very pleasant. There's not much more to say about this. It's not a like revolutionary, like blow your fucking mind kind of cologne, but I had to talk about it because it's just such a nice cologne. If this at all sounds like something you'd be interested in, then buy it. It's wonderful. It's very easy to wear, and it's one of those very nice uplifting scents. It's perfect for this time of year, but really any time, like I said, and a really good companion piece to the soap. It's just like, it's interesting because it's so not like special, you know, it doesn't blow your mind, but I haven't smelled a lot of good scents lately that are just like, oh yeah, that's great. I've smelled a lot of scents that I have smelled within the past year or so and been like, yeah, that's pretty good. I'd wear that. But none that are like, that's just great. No problem. I will wear this all the time. This is one of them. So I highly recommend Seville by Barrister and Mann. Check out their soaps if you're interested, although if you're into shaving soap, I'm sure you know who they are. If you're a fragrance person, still check them out because I think they make most of their scents in cologne format. I'm pretty sure that they do. And they have some wacky scents. Like if you want some cool artisanal stuff, they have a fragrance called La Vanille, I think, that is like, it smells like dirt, like strong lavender, the strongest, harshest, like bitter, dirty lavender mixed with dirt and like a vanilla smell. It's so like out there, but I love it. And I think that they have a fragrance of that. It's like cool stuff. So check it out. That's Seville by Barrister and Mann. Great one. Great, great, great scent. Take care, everybody.